Alright, what's up guys? Today we are here to check out the PDP Afterglow Level 5 Plus. Now, I have a lot of experience with Afterglow headsets. Some have definitely been hits and some have been misses. And this is my first one of theirs trying that it's a wired headset. So I was kind of leery about it. I wasn't really sure what to expect. But the one thing that intrigued me about this is one, the price range. It's under $50. The retail price on it is $49.99, and it has a what they call quad boost technology. And technically what that is this the same bass impact feature that the Skull Candy Crusher has. So I was very intrigued to see if a gaming headset could have that same skull rattling sound, which would be really incredible for different type of genres in gaming. I was intrigued. I'm going to start with accessories because it's simple. The only accessories it comes with is 2 batteries, and those batteries are there just to give you the bass impact feature and also allow you to give you the controls that are built onto the ear cup. Now, as far as the design and build quality, these feel the price. You know, they're $50, so they're not like robust, they're not thick headphones. They have a very lightweight plastic feel and kind of borderlines like feeling like a toy at times. But again, gaming headsets that are light and fragile is not always a bad thing, simply because you could be gaming for hours and you don't want something that's going to be heavy and have a lot of weight. Now, the whole build is plastic, but the ear cups are actually really soft. It's a pleather material. They use the same material in the headband. But again, I don't think a lot of padding is needed in the headband simply because they just don't weigh a lot. The ear pads, they do sit on your ear, but with them being very soft, I didn't notice any discomfort at all. But I do want to say that these get pretty warm pretty quick. So the long gaming sessions, you're likely to sweat. Now on to the features that are built onto it. The cable is not detachable, and neither is the mic, so they're always going to be on there. Now the mic quality of this headset is fairly decent. It's not anything special. All of your controls are on the left side. On the back you have your on and off switch. Now when you turn it on, that lights up the headset, and it also gives you control over the bass impact and your volume up and down and your mic mute, which is all on the outside part of the left ear cup. One thing that I need to get out of the way is to point out what I haven't seen anywhere else. To really get the bass impact feature, I noticed that it fed a lot off the source. So like, let's say I'm listening to music on my phone. Well, to really be able to feel the bass, it didn't matter how much I turned up the volume on the ear pad. It mattered that the volume was turned up all the way on the phone. So I turned the volume up all the way on the phone, and then you can kind of adjust the sound the way you want here. But to get the true bass impact feel, the source needs to be turned all the way up. Now, as far as the sound and the feature of the headset itself, the bass impact feature is not like the Crusher, even though that's the way it's designed and that's really what they were going for. It never felt as punchy. Now, it definitely did rattle. It did add some punch to games, and I thought that was a really nice feature. Now, this headset is like Jekyll and Hyde. Now, with gaming, they sounded really good. They're not incredible, but they're definitely don't seem like $49, headsets. And what I mean by that still is you kind of have to do a lot of adjusting to get the sound the way that you want it. Like, I found a lot of times I wanted to turn it all the way up. These things get like really loud as well, but turn it up really loud and turn the bass up, just because at a lower volume it didn't really seem to be impressive, but at a louder volume it could handle everything well and it didn't distort, and it became a nice headset. Now, as far as sound separation, these are not surround sound, that is just stereo, but it did a pretty good job at letting you kind of pinpoint where some sounds are, but again, it's not going to excel and you can't really expect it to. Now, listening to these by trying music, that is where these are completely different. Again, you have to play around a lot to be able to get even a somewhat decent sound with music, but I never really found anything that I thought was incredible. Bass wise, it's there, but it kind of drowned it out everything else. And I think, like, if you're gonna have a bass impact feature, you definitely want to make sure your mids and trebles in the headphones are turned up so that you can kind of balance it out. And I don't think that the PDP did that with this headset. I think their mindset was, let's just give them bass and they can figure out the rest. And honestly, I at times could get a decent sound with music, but never anything fantastic. So ultimately what that means is if you're looking for an inexpensive gaming headset, something that you really just intend on using for gaming, they can fit that need. If you're looking for something to kind of use for music and gaming, I honestly maybe wouldn't recommend this when there's some other options out there. For $10 more, most of the time you can get the HyperX Cloud Core, and you simply can't beat those. You just can't. But ultimately, I think they made a decent gaming headset at an inexpensive price that, a lot of kids, a lot of people can't throw a lot of money into headsets, and I get that, and you have to have a market for that. Overall, again, it's nice for $50. I wouldn't recommend it any more than that. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you guys so much for checking out all the other videos, and as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.